Hello, everybody, and welcome to the replay. Woo! All right, so I'm gonna talk to you really quick about how to recalibrate your BS. What's up, Jamie? Welcome back. All right, so really quick, we're gonna talk about recalibrating your BS detector, your bullcrap detector, right? And why is it important to recalibrate? First of all, what is your bullcrap detector? Well, hey, McNuts, yo, ma. I gotta give it to you. That's a pretty good handle, all right? That's a pretty good handle. All right, so your bullcrap detector is basically the filter that you use to call out anybody's BS out there. All right, thank you for the hearts, Jamie. Okay, so yes, you need it. You need to have a bullcrap detector, because if not, you're gonna get lied to, you're gonna get fooled, you're gonna get ripped off, you're gonna be made a fool out of, and that's gonna scare you, and it's gonna put you back into your cave, and you're not gonna want to talk to people, or you're gonna start making generalizations about people, and that's gonna limit you even more. Okay, so what I came up with is 5 ways to recalibrate your bullcrap detector. Okay, so let's get right into it right now. Boom. All right, so way number one way that you can recalibrate your bullcrap detector is reading. Okay, leaders are readers. I'm gonna give you an example of what I've been reading lately. Look at this, bam! Look at that Mac Daddy right there. Look at that, boom! All right, that is a DVD. That's part of a kit. Look at all that stuff that I got. Look, newsletters. Check it out. No BS Marketing newsletter. There you go. Boom. Emails player. There you go. Bam. All right. These are all experts in the field. These are all people that are getting a lot of success, that have taught a lot of people how to succeed. So I want to hear what they're saying. I want to calibrate my bullcrap detector according to that. All right. So find the experts in your niche, in your thing that you're doing, right? Whatever it is. If you're a gamer, find the best gamers out there. Even if you're a pickup artist, right? Study from the best. Okay. And then that way you're going to learn, you're going to properly calibrate. Now, why am I making an issue out of this? Because what happens is that people have not calibrated their bullcrap detector, I'll say, in years. Okay? And what happens is that when something does come to them that is of value, that they could use in their life, they put it through the bullcrap detector, and the bullcrap detector says, flags it, they throw it out, and then when something that is bad for you, something that is deleterious, something that's going to fool you, right, that is counting on you having the wrong calibration, is going to come to you, and you're going to be like, oh, check mark, there you go, and then boom, you're going to make a mistake, and then you're going to be like, oh, that's so right, because my bullcrap, yeah, right? So that's what I want to avoid. I want to avoid from you having to deal with that. Okay, all right, so number one thing, read from the experts. Read. Okay, second thing I would recommend for you to do, join groups. Social media is phenomenal. Specifically, Facebook is awesome. Facebook lets you join groups for anything. You want to do knitting, you want to do fishing, you want to do marketing, you want to go out with people. Facebook has a group for it. So find a group, join it, ask to join it. Start collaborating with the members, start talking to the members, start socializing, right? That way you get a chance to see what people are saying out there, and then you can sit there and be like, oh, look at that, let me see, oh, there you go, I get it, my bullcrap detector's a little bit off on that one, right? Don't underestimate this one. Another good place that you could go, that you can meet people that are of like mind, you can go to meetup.com. All right, meetup.com is a free website, and where you can find groups of people that do activities together. All right, and it's like what Bruce Lee said. The best way to learn how to fight is to fight with somebody else. You kind of have to. No, there's no kind of. You have to talk to other people, because that's how you find out whether A, what they're saying is right, and 2, whether what you're saying is right too, right? Okay. Third thing that I would say for you to do that would help you recalibrate your bullcrap detector is to pursue a goal, to pursue a new mission, right? In my case, since I'm a marketer, since I'm an online entrepreneur, join a business. Start a business, join a business, start learning how to talk to them, start learning what to do, start learning, right? And then also, when you join a business, what you have to do is you have to deal with people's objections, right? And so you now have to start seeing about, oh, this is other people's going to call my stuff BS, right? So that's good stuff right there too. So, or do something that you never do, that gets you out of your comfort zone, that's going to get you to stretch. Because a lot of the times what we do is we pursue activities that keep us within our little track, that keep us within our little way of thinking, that don't challenge us, right? Okay, just like that group of friends, right? That's always safe because you all think the same. But really what you got to do is you got to get out of your comfort zone and you got to start talking to new people, and that's going to definitely open up that horizon, and it's going to eventually help you recalibrate that bullcrap detector to serve you, right? Because what I'm talking about right now, oh, and by the way, if you're liking what I'm saying, if you're jiving with this, or if you know somebody that may need this information, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share with your people. Go ahead and swipe it up if you're in iOS, and go ahead and swipe it to the left or to the right if you're in, Android is to the up, and then to the right is iOS, okay? All right, second thing, and thank you for the hearts. That's so nice of you. I love it. I'm feeling the love, okay? So going back to the fourth way that you can definitely recalibrate your bullcrap detector to serve you, right, rather than for you to serve it, okay, is to get a mentor, get a coach. Okay, get a coach, because when you get a coach, especially when you get an expert in any field that you're pursuing, they're going to give it to you straight out. Okay, they're not going to be, and also, you have to go with somebody who knows what they're doing, because if you go to the same people that you know, they know exactly what you know, right? And if you go to somebody who claims that they're an expert, but they're not getting results, but for some reason you just believe them, that's not the way to go. You need to find the one person that's getting the results, that's living the lifestyle, and that has taught other people, so that there's proof that this does work, that their advice does work. Align with that person. If you have to pay them, pay them. If you can't afford to, then get a job and save up money, or start befriending them, start following them on social media, join their newsletter. Usually a lot of these people that are out there, they have a website. You go to the website, you're going to get an option to join their email list. Get in their email list, start receiving emails from them. There you're going to get into their mind. There you're going to be able to see what they're talking about. There you're going to be able, they're going to share with you the perspectives that you're missing, right? Look, having a bullcrap detector that is not calibrated properly, all it means is that you haven't updated it, right? Just like in your phone that you're looking at me right now, there's updates, and just like the computer, there's updates that you press the button, you get updated. Well, in our brain, there is no button to press to get updated. We literally have to go in there and we have to change the programs, right? And so this is the, getting a mentor, getting a coach, that's one of the fastest ways to get that update, to get everything up par, okay? All right, so don't neglect the fact of getting a mentor. And if you can't afford them, follow them, all right? If you go on social media, specifically Facebook, or even, especially like this right here, right? Don't let my lack of comments, my lack of activity be proof to you that, oh no, Periscope is not the place to go. Not at all. Okay, there's plenty of scopers out here who have a lot of people constantly commenting, right? And find the people that you like on Periscope, that you consider a leader, and go into their stream and comment, right? And contribute and give value. And then that way too, you're gonna attract people that are gonna bond with you, right? So, and then also the leader, the person that's giving the scope, they're gonna go back and look at their scope, because a lot of them do, and they're gonna see, wow, I like the questions that so and so is asking. Oh, I like it, this and that. And then that way, when you approach them and you say, hey, listen, I really like what you're doing, but I just can't afford your stuff right now, but can you give me some books? Can you give me some tips? They're gonna remember, hey, she's always, or he's always, collaborating. He's always giving me good stuff. He's always sharing. And you stick out, they'll much likely work with you, right? There's always a way. Remember, I love Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins has a great saying. He says it's not a lack of resources that's holding you back from whatever it is that you want to do. It's a lack of resourcefulness, okay? So put those thinking caps on, and that's what I'm here to help you out with, okay? Final tip on how to recalibrate. You like that, huh? I know you like that, little heart girl. Woo! All right. Finally, the final tip, and this is now we're gonna get a little hardcore, okay? We're gonna get a little hardcore. Whenever you have a conversation with somebody, specifically somebody that you know that annoys you, or somebody that you know that challenges you, or somebody that you know, or somebody that you're intimidated by, or anything like that, right? Start recording your conversations and start listening, to what you say. Okay, because I found it the other day. It was awesome. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine, and he's a very smart guy, but sometimes I realize that he's too smart for his own good. Okay, because every time I would share something with him that I know he needed, that I know he could benefit from, he'd come with a counter and he'd come with a reason why he can't do this right now. And he would come with a reason why, no, now is not the time for that. And he kept on coming out with all these reasons. It felt like, like if I was a guy trying to kiss a girl and I would try to touch her, and every time she would just put her hand on another part of my body but say, no, 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 and I would just be like, and so I was sitting here and I'd be like, man, this guy's making such an effort to argue himself out of success, out of learning what he needs. And you know why? Because my homeboy hadn't recalibrated his bullcrap detector. All right. And so what's happening is that every time I would tell him something, he'd look at it with his old file. And it just wasn't working, right? So if I were to have recorded, and I recorded that conversation. Oh my God, sneaky, right? Yeah, I recorded that conversation because I wanted to hear too what I was saying, because I felt that I was a little aggressive too, because like eventually got to a point where we were like almost arguing, right? And I was just like, man, I didn't call this guy to argue. I just called this guy to have a conversation. And of course, to share a great opportunity with him, right? Well, he just didn't give me a chance, because at this stage of the game, he likes to play cat and mouse with me, all right? But that's all right, because you live, you learn, and then you keep growing, right? So anyway, let's get off this crazy friend of mine. So record your conversations, listen to what you say, listen to your tone, find out what the theme, how is it that you're speaking. Are you speaking to defend your thoughts? Are you speaking to defend your image? Are you speaking to defend or just to argue with the other person? All right, because what you want to listen to when you're hearing is if you do this consistently, right, and if you listen, you will notice a difference once you start incorporating what I'm teaching you. You're gonna notice that you're gonna start sounding like the people, like what you hear on tape, right? You're gonna start sounding. You're gonna start realizing, just like initially, you're gonna listen to those recordings and you're gonna be like, I didn't say that, but when you go and you listen, you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's true. I'm coming out with all these excuses. I'm sounding all scared. I'm sounding all insecure and confused, all right? And you don't even realize it, okay? So, just to resume right now, let me give you a little summary, right? So, this whole thing was about how to recalibrate your bullcrap detector, because if you don't, you're going to be making mistakes, okay? So, number one, read. Read from the experts. Read from the journals. Go to the public library. Go through your area that tickles your fancy and read the titles, and one title's gonna jump out at you, and that's it. Bam, there you go. You're gonna find something that's gonna help you, okay? So read as much as you can. Remember, leaders are readers. Number two, join groups on social media. Join groups of like-minded people. That way you can socialize. That way you can share ideas. That way you can see how the people that are thinking, all right? Welcome 231_533. Woo! Welcome. All right. Number three, pursue a challenge. All right. Do something that you normally wouldn't do, that's going to stretch you out of your comfort zone, and do it. And okay. Oh my God. What is it? Mac nuts in your mouth. Damn, that is a crazy name. Holy moly. All right. So anyway, number four, get a coach. Get a mentor. I know, man. That's what. Hey, every time I read your name, that's what I think. I think I'm crazy. I feel like it's like one of those things that they say in school, Anyway, get a mentor, get a coach, all right? Because they're going to give it to you straight out, all right? They're not going to fluff it to you. They're not going to be yes people, all right? If you pick the right one. And if you don't know how to pick the right one, hit me up. I'll show you, because I've gone through that one. All right, and number five, and finally, this is the best one. Record your conversations. Record your conversations and listen to what you're saying, and listen to what you're arguing about, because in the end, a conversation is just a form of arguing. It's a form of selling, all right? So listen, are you buying? Are you selling? Or what are you doing, right? That's the best way to find out. My beautiful people, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. Y'all have a great night. And remember, always keep growing. Always keep sharing, and always keep loving. Thank you for those hearts, Jamie. I know it's you, girl. Keep doing good. Hey, Jamie, follow her. She's a leader. She's not scoping yet, but follow her, because she's going to take you to her Facebook. She's going to show you what we're doing, and we're tearing it up. All right, y'all have a great night. Be safe. I love you too, my man. Hey, give me a picture, man. Give me a picture. I know you're more than an egghead. All right? You have a great night, my man. All right, take it easy. Bye, everybody.